Hello family, grace to you. Once again, this is Greg coming to you from FaithsMessenger.com. Today I want to talk about the varying levels of faith. The varying levels of faith. A lot of my videos deal with faith, but I want to break it down today into subdivisions, I guess I could call it. Faith is not something that is just a scatter shot over everything and every subject that we're dealing with in life. Faith varies depending on what you are applying that faith to. Belief varies depending upon what you apply that belief to. For instance, I have very little fear, very little concern, very little worry concerning a physical robbery or someone shoving a gun in my face and threatening me, threatening my life and whatnot. There's such a peace where that is concerned. I know exactly what I'm going to say. I've programmed myself and I know exactly how I'm going to react to that situation, and I'm fully persuaded that God will rescue me from that situation should it arise in my life. That's not a concern with me at all. But regarding my children's safety, I have to struggle. I struggle in that area. That's more of a concern with me. That poses more of a fear and or threat to me and to my faith. And I find that I have to work harder in that area to make sure that God's word remains at the forefront of my being where my children are concerned. Concerning riding on an airplane, I have no fear at all. My faith is strong. I'm at peace. I'm at rest when it comes to the safety and security of myself and my family and my fellow passengers while riding on an airplane. But when it comes to breaking down in the middle of nowhere, I have to work on that. There's a concern. There's more of a fear, I guess you could say, regarding breaking down in a deserted area in my car than flying on an airplane. And I think it's important to be aware of this because you may run into situations where you feel strong in faith and you feel like you can't be defeated in that area, and then the very next day you run into something or you run up against opposition and you feel weak and you feel afraid and you feel like you're not where you were just the day before. So it's incumbent upon us to be aware of the fact that faith is not faith is faith is faith. It varies depending on what it's attacking, it varies depending upon how you're using it, and it varies depending upon what's coming against you in your life in any particular area. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. But if we're not careful, we can fall into the trap of trying to get faith, block faith into one big unit and apply it the same to everything. And it doesn't work that way. It has to be applied individually to each and every situation of life, to each and every circumstance. And it must be worked on. It must be exercised. It must be strengthened in each and every area of life. The things of this life affect our psyche in different ways. I've had firefighters that actually come up to me and tell me, this is when I was a deputy sheriff, and tell me, that there's no way that they could do what I could do in terms of answering calls and dealing with violent people and dangerous situations and circumstances. There's no way. They don't see how we do it. But for us, it's fun. There's no fear in what I did as a law enforcement officer. Absolutely zero. I don't know if you attribute that to the adrenaline rush or whatnot, but I have more fear watching cops and the guys on TV doing what I used to do. I have more fear in that situation than I did when I actually did it myself. It was fun and we enjoyed it. I tell these firefighters that I fear to be in their shoes. There's no way I could go into a burning building. I think their job was much more difficult and or dangerous than my job was. So I don't know how or why the things of life affect us differently, depending on who we are, depending on the circumstances, but they do. So I want to leave you with that today, and I'd like to encourage you that if you haven't joined us in our YouTube community yet, to do so by clicking on the red subscribe button on your screen. By doing so, you'll receive notifications when new videos such as this one are posted. I'd also like to encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to join us in our blog community over at FaithsMessenger.com. Now at Faiths Messenger, we have over 550 individual blog posts on the blog which address a myriad of different topics. Now these are real life, relevant, everyday topics that each and every one of us can relate to. So once again, that address is FaithsMessenger.com. Now with all that's been said today, I'd like to leave you with a question. Now this question can be posed to anything you may be going through today in life. I'd like for you to ask yourself, is anything impossible with God? Have a great day, family. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.